Hi guys, welcome back to the video. Hope you're doing extremely good. I am Anshu and I work as a data... Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing extremely good. I am Anshu and I work as a data analyst with Deloitte India. This is the Big Four series where I share my experience of working in a corporate and the entire experience of being in a corporate life. In this video, I am going to talk about my experience of interviewing with Deloitte as to how the selection procedure was. So to start with, firstly, I'll talk about my background as to what my education background is, which college I am from, whether it was a campus interview or an off-campus interview, because the selection procedure highly depends upon which college you studied from, what course you did, what was your education background, whether it was campus interview or not, which profile you're applying for. So the entire procedure depends on that and it's highly variable from candidate to candidate. But today I'm going to talk about my experience. I am from engineering background and I did BTech in Electronics and Communication from Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology with a decent CGPA. And I sat for consulting profile. It was a campus interview, and when I say consulting, again, it's a very vast division. It has a lot of verticals. But when we sat for interview, we did not have an idea as to what vertical we are going to go in. So in today's world, it can be very different because this is what that happened 2 years ago. But to start with, so during my selection procedure, I had 4 different rounds. First was the resume shortlisting, which I definitely cleared easily because I had a decent CGPA and I had that skill of writing the resume in a certain manner. Listing where it was decent CGPA of 6.5 with clearing all the subjects in the first attempt in the college and having certain 70 to 80% in 10th and 12th standard. All of these factors are considered when they are shortlisting your resume. I passed the resume round. The second round was the test, and the test, when we say, can be of 2 types: a technical test and an aptitude test. Deloitte India did not conduct a technical test for us, and it was just an aptitude test which was for 60 minutes. So aptitude test also varies basis the difficulty levels. Either it could be less number of questions with a higher difficulty level, which is of GMAT GRE level. But this test that we gave had more number of questions, but the difficulty level was less. So that was the aptitude test, which I cleared. So Deloitte has 2 verticals actually, Deloitte India and Deloitte USI. Deloitte USI simply stands for US offices in India, and I've made a separate video on difference between Deloitte India and Deloitte USI and what all pointers you should consider when you're interviewing for Deloitte. You can always check that video out on the top of the video. There's a link. You can check that video out separately. I chose Deloitte India because of certain reasons, and those reasons are again talked about in that video. Now, if you choose Deloitte India, then after the test, the next round is a case study round. And in case study round, there were around 10 students. They gave you a 2-liner, 3-liner case study, which was on Amazon. You had to answer those case questions. And then they also asked those 10 students to come on the stage as a team to test your team management skills as to how you perform as a team member. You should not be somebody who is, who just is jumping in to speak his own mind. You need to present yourself as a team. And fourth and the last round was an interview. Now, interview can be as many rounds of interview. For some students, it was 1 round of interview. For me, it was 2 rounds of interview. First round did not happen very nicely. They asked me certain basic questions, it got concluded in very less time, let's say 5 to 10 minutes. It was just, and I was very disappointed on the first go, honestly, that my interview did not happen very nicely because everybody outside was saying that, oh, they asked me my successes, my failures, but I was like, they did not ask me anything. So, but then luckily another round came in, and it was an interaction with one of the leaders of Deloitte India, and it was one of the best interactions that I've had when I talk about my interviewing experience. They asked us questions like, if they give us, let's say, 10 lakh rupees, then how would you invest them? How would you use them? So there were 5 students sitting, the leader sitting, and he asked this question to 5 of us, and each of us answered that question in a different manner. So similar to they asked us certain questions which did not feel like an interview but a mere interaction. So this was the last round that I had, and then we were just waiting for our results, and luckily I got into Deloitte India. Now, when this was the procedure for Deloitte India. For USI also, it was more or less the same. Till the test point, everything was same. The only difference with Deloitte India was with Deloitte USI was that we had case study round in Deloitte India, and however in Deloitte USI it was just a minute round, jamming round, where people were given one topic and they had to speak about it for 1 minute. And the topic can be very random depending upon what is going on in the world at this point of time, what is happening in the current state of affairs, current business world. The topics can be varied based on whatever is going on. So these were the 4 steps in which the selection procedure happened for me as in Deloitte India. And if you guys like this video, do check the other video out as well and let me know what you think about this one in the comment sections below. If you find the video useful, do hit the like button and see you in the next video.